November 2025 changed everything. OpenClaw was released, and within just 3 weeks, it became the fastest growing open source project in history. It did not just grow fast, it outpaced the early adoption of Linux and even Kubernetes combined. 280,000 GitHub stars almost overnight. It was not just popular anymore, it was unstoppable. But beneath the viral success was a catastrophic reality. OpenClaw was genuinely dangerous. Because it operates with the same privileges as the user itself, there were no boundaries, no safeguards, no separation, and all it took was a single failure. In one case, a researcher at Meta experienced exactly that. When her agent context window hit its limit, it reset, and in that moment, it lost its instructions. But it did not stop there. It kept going, blindly executing actions with full access, and within minutes, her real email inbox was gone, deleted. This was not a bug you could fix with a better prompt. It was something deeper, a complete absence of hard infrastructure boundaries. Because enterprises are not afraid of AI agents, they are afraid of the chaos it might create. That's when NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang saw the gap. At GTC 2026, he introduced a new layer to the story, NemoClaw. He described OpenClaw as the operating system for personal AI, similar to Windows, which is the operating system of personal computer. But every operating system needs a security layer, and that's exactly what NemoClaw delivers. Because NemoClaw is not just another agent, it's the entire infrastructure behind them. Think of OpenClaw as a brilliant but reckless employee, fast, capable, but operating without limits. NemoClaw is everything that keeps that power in check. It's the employment contract defining what's allowed, the security badge controlling the access, the policy manual guiding the behavior, and the glass walls ensuring complete visibility, all working together as a one unified system. Because the real breakthrough is not just intelligence, it's control. By separating the thinking from the doing, NemoClaw transforms AI agents from experimental demos into reliable industry standards. Deploying this level of security traditionally takes weeks of architecture, planning, and complex setup. But with NemoClaw, it comes down to a single command, NemoClaw onboard. And just like that, everything begins. An interactive setup orchestrating a complete 7-step infrastructure deployment. It starts with a pre-flight check, validating your system, ensuring you have at least 4 virtual CPUs and 8 GB of memory. From there, it builds the OpenShell gateway, provisions a secure sandbox environment, and intelligently detects your available GPU resources. Whether you are running on a GeForce RTX laptop or scaling on a DGX class supercomputer, it automatically maps your inference providers. No manual configurations, no fragmented setup, just a complete orchestrated system coming to life. In a matter of hours, your enterprise-grade AI infrastructure is ready. Now we will look at the different layers NemoClaw has. The first layer of defense is the OpenShell sandbox, a hard-boiled execution environment built to isolate the agent completely. Under the hood, it leverages core Linux kernel mechanisms, namespaces, and landlocked security modules to enforce strict boundaries. This is not a soft restrictions. It is enforced at the system level. By default, everything is denied. The agent is allowed access to only 2 locations. Everything else on your system simply does not exist to it. No visibility, no access. And if the agent attempts to step outside those boundaries to access system files or escalate privileges with commands like sudo, the kernel does not warn, it just refuses. Executions denied. Because this is not about controlling agents' behavior with prompts, it's about enforcing reality with infrastructure. You're guiding the agent, you're securing the room it operates in. The second layer is the policy engine, and this is where control becomes precise. Unlike traditional firewalls that only look at the destinations, NemoClaw enforces identity-based egress control. Every request, every connection is verified not not just by where it's going, but by who is making it. Inside your YAML blueprint, it defines the rules explicitly, which binary can talk to which particular endpoint, nothing more, nothing less. For example, you can allow the Claude binary to communicate with Anthropic server, and if anything else, like a rogue script or a compromised process, tries to send data to the same endpoint, it instantly blocked because it does not have the right identity. No identity, no access, and the control does not stop there. These policies are fully dynamic. You can update your rules in real time without restarting the system, without interrupting the agent. Your security evolves as fast as your AI does, because in a world of autonomous agents, control is not just about boundaries, it's about knowing exactly who is allowed to act. And finally, we solve the hardest problem of all, data leakage, with the private inference router. Here is the difference. The agent never talks directly to the cloud. Instead, it communicates through a secure local gateway. Every request is intercepted, analyzed, and routed intelligently. If the data is sensitive, like financial records, personal information, proprietary logic, it never leaves your system. It's automatically routed to local models running on your own hardware, fully private, fully contained. But when the data is not sensitive, requests can be anonymized and safely sent to the powerful cloud-based models, giving you the best of both worlds, performance and privacy. This multi-profile routing system gives you complete flexibility from cloud speech execution to fully air-gapped on-device intelligence. 5 distinct models, one unified control layer. This multi-profile routing system gives you complete flexibility because your data should never leave your perimeter unless you decide it does. At GTC 2026, Jensen Huang did not just announce a product, he announced a rewrite of software history, a shift as fundamental as the rise of personal computing itself. He drew a line between the past and what comes next, Mac and Windows defining the era of personal computers. But now there is a new operating system emerging, OpenClaw, the operating system for personal AI. And with that came a much bigger message, a transformation of the entire software industry. Every SaaS company will evolve into something new, a GaaS, agent as a service, where a software does not just respond, it acts, it decides, it executes anonymously. Because the future of software is not just tools, it's agents. Also, the story did not stop at technology. It became an industry movement. NVIDIA announced that 17 major enterprise partners had already committed to NemoClaw, not to experiment, but to build and deploy secure production-grade AI agents. Because for enterprises, the challenge was never capability, it was trust. Standalone agents were powerful, but too risky. Organizations were not anti-AI, they were anti-chaos, and NemoClaw solved that. Across the ecosystems, leaders began to move. Global system integrators like Accenture, Wipro, and Infosys started building standardized agent frameworks, bringing agent workflows into the enterprise mainstream. Software giants like Salesforce, Adobe, and SAP began evolving beyond SaaS towards a new model, agent as a service. Platforms like Atlassian and Box explored how agents could safely manage documents and execute tasks without ever crossing the data boundaries. Meanwhile, in cybersecurity, companies like Cisco and CrowdStrike built defensive systems directly on top of NemoClaw. Because this was not just a tool, it was a foundation, a trust layer the industry had been waiting for. For the first time, highly regulated industries like healthcare, legal, could safely adopt autonomous agents. And this is just the beginning. In the next video, we'll go deeper. We'll break down exactly how to set up NemoClaw and explore its internal architecture step by step, so you can not just understand it but actually build with it. If you found this valuable, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, because the future of AI is not just coming, it's something you can start building today.